Hi, I'm Jim Carino, founder, executive director emeritus, Intellenet.
My name is Jeffrey Stein, and I am the current executive director for Intellenet. Jim, what inspired you to start Intellenet in 1983, or did you start even prior to 1983?
The dream came in 1982 when I was invited to submit a contract to a proposal to a company to do background investigations. I asked if they were going to go low bid. They said no. So I submitted a proposal and then had to set up a nationwide network. We did not get the proposal and get the contract, incidentally, because they did go low bid. But I contacted 25 former Air Force OSI special agents in 17 states. They're all interested. They're interested in staying together, that we could feed into each other and help each other support in the way of investigations and security projects. So from that point, we grew to now we're over 600 members in over 70 countries.
And do you remember where your first conference was held?
Our first conference was in Mount Pocono in Pennsylvania. We had about 50 turnout, and I'm sad to say I'm the only survivor of that particular first conference, which was 1990.
And I was just looking earlier today on where the conferences were held over the years in different countries and different states. Is there any that stand out to you that were one of your favorites, whether it was location or the conference itself?
Well, that's a difficult question to answer. They've all been so great. From my heritage, of course, Florence and Sorrento come up very high in Italy, but every conference, the people that make the conference, it's not the location. But we do rotate east and west of the Mississippi International sort of pattern that we try to exercise each 3-year cycle.
Was there any shortcomings that you feel Intellenet closed the gap with in the industry, whether it's security or investigations? How do you feel Intellenet closes any of those gaps within the profession?
I think, first of all, we have a requirement of minimum 10 years investigative experience. That sells well to corporations. It also tells us that people have sustainability, they have integrity, they have credibility. Um, and it's just being responsive to corporate and to all the clients, whether it be corporate America or individuals or lawyers or insurance companies, whatever.
And as I was looking at where our conferences have been held, I'm planning out our future, and next year we'll be in Philadelphia. In 2027, we'll be in Singapore. 2028, if my math is correct, will be our 45th anniversary of Intellenet. Do you have any thoughts or suggestions on where we should hold not only the 45th anniversary, but then the 50th anniversary?
Yeah, I think the 50th would be much more key than the 45th. I think if we stick to the pattern of East and West and keep on moving the dates, I think it's important to note that we never schedule a conference for Easter, Passover, Mother's Day, or Memorial Day celebrated, or any national or international holiday that might impact. This gives people the opportunity that we have certain people, their birthdays come up, anniversaries come up, that holding it at the same time each year would negate their attendance, so at least they have a shot at attending a conference of their choice.
Is there anything specific then for the 50th that if you had to make that decision today?
No.
I know I'm putting you on the spot. I understand.
I don't think I'll be around by the 50th. I hope so.
Well,
but I don't think I'll be around.
I hope so. But we'll be celebrating, obviously, Intellenet and Jim Carino and the 50th anniversary. Where would you want that to be?
I would like to say Philadelphia, but we've already had coming up with number 4 in Philadelphia. So I don't know. I think the thing to do is ask the people at 44th or 43rd, where would they like to be on the 45th? Where would they like to be on the 50th?
Okay.
And go with the crowd.
All right. Sounds good. And you grew this association from yourself, one person, to 17, to now over 600 people worldwide in 70 different countries. You were the leader at the helm for 30 years before you stepped down. And then there was another director for the next 9 years. And I've had the honor of being only the 3rd executive director of Intellenet. And this is my 3rd year with hopefully many more to go. is there anything you feel or any advice or suggestions you have for me to carry the torch forward into the continued future of Intellenet?
Just to stay with it, I think one of the strengths is we do not switch leadership every year or every 2 years, which gives us a good continuity. No political aspects come into play, and I think that's probably key to our success, that there's no politics. And I don't mean international or politics on the national scene, but I mean politics within the investigative and security community.
And I agree with that, and we try to keep the drama out of our association and really have a very well run ship with a lot of professionalism and members from all different types of backgrounds, from journalists to federal agents and state, local, and homegrown within the private investigation and security industry. Jim, I'd like to thank you so much for starting this association and trusting me to carry the torch forward. It's truly an honor and a privilege from me. So thank you very much.
I like to think that we made a great decision in you and taking over as executive director, and I look forward to staying with you with it for many, many, many years.
Me too.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.